Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Derek here today with Wayne Balroop. Wayne, how you doing, sir? What's new? What's going on?
Very well. There's always stuff that's happening. There's always new things happening, which is good. Keeps things moving. Stagnant is not good.
Right. So I hear we're definitely growing right now, and we're expanding the market.
Yeah. I would say our newest territory that we're in is in Michigan.
Okay.
That's really exciting because it's an area where a lot of people have not been yet in our company, and just to see a different atmosphere, different type of weather. That you have to deal with.
When you say atmosphere, what do you mean by atmosphere? Different atmosphere?
Weather, really.
Weather, okay.
Yeah. And I think that different states act differently when you're going into dealerships. There's some dealerships that that could be really saturated with what we do.
Right.
So when you go in, you try to speak to a customer that you've never seen before. They may give you a cold shoulder.
Right.
Opposed to you go into an area that is not that saturated, and they kind of welcome you with open arms. Like they're willing to listen to you when you go in there.
Right.
Hey, what do you have in your photos? Or tell me about this.
Okay. Awesome. So just a little history about us. Me and Wayne go way back, probably almost 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
Wayne hired me as a photo rep and promoted me to his assistant manager, which was great. Learned a lot from this guy. He was a very tough manager, but very good to be that way because you learn a lot, seriously. I still look up to him. He still does great things. Right now he's on to new projects, right? You're attacking different stuff now. You're doing because before you were the manager of the market, Broward County, right? Broward County, well, pretty much everywhere.
Well, Broward, Miami, and West Palm.
Right. So you were in charge of totally that, but now you got a totally new position, correct?
Correct. As of last year, January of last year, operations manager. So that's pretty much over all territories and working hand in hand with the market managers out there.
Awesome.
Just teaching them, coaching them how to best manage their team, how to build a strong team, how to do some sales visits.
Okay.
How to grow their market.
Awesome. That's outstanding. So now instead of building your rep, now you're building your management team.
Yeah.
So they can build their reps in their territory.
Correct. I think that's where it starts. If you can get a really good management team, a solid foundation, then it can just filter down from there. I think it doesn't matter what organization you're a part of.
Right.
The person that is giving the instructions or on how things should be done, if that is being done properly, then it should just flow very smooth.
Okay. What's the hardest part about your job?
Finding dedicated individuals, whether that be a photographer or a manager, just finding that right candidate, which from speaking to even dealerships, customers,
right.
I think that is just the hardest thing for any company right now. It's just finding the right candidate, finding someone that is willing to learn.
Right.
Not a know-it-all, is willing to learn, even in an industry that you have experience in.
Right.
You're willing to learn.
Even just the attitude makes a big difference too.
Attitude does make a big difference because if you have someone with a positive attitude,
right.
someone again that's willing to learn, it makes it easier to coach them, to teach them.
Okay.
But you have someone that is very close-minded and they think they know it all. It's difficult to teach them.
Right. When someone knows it all, it's kind of hard to lead them towards something else.
Yeah.
But as far as hiring and in the management side, what would you say your age bracket is? Are they 30s, 20s, early teenagers?
I mean, I wish there was something that we have people as young as 19 and as old as in their 50s.
Okay.
So really, there's no specific area that we can put our finger on.
It's just down to maturity then.
Yeah, that's really all it is. I mean, I've met some people fresh out of high school and the way that they speak, carry themselves, and their work ethic, you would think that they've been doing it for years.
Right. It makes a difference. It really makes a difference how you carry yourself. Now, first impression is always a big thing.
Always a big thing.
Now for your interviews, when you do your interviews, do you do in-person interviews or do you do like over the phone because of what's going on right now these days?
I'd say luckily for us, we have someone that does all of our phone screening and our first interviews.
Right. Wow.
So I've hardly had to do any interviews lately, just more so phone follow-ups and reviews. That's pretty much about it.
Okay.
But this person that we have, this is her specialty. This is what she does, and she does a really, really good job at it. That's Megan.
Oh, that's awesome, Megan. Cool.
Yeah.
It's good to know. So going back to Michigan, we just started branching out to Michigan now.
Yeah.
How many dealerships can you tell us you have that we have right now over there? If you're allowed to tell me.
We have 59 stores there.
Oh, wow.
59 stores and a team of 10 that's handling those 59 stores, and I mean they are a fantastic team.
So you guys are not playing games.
No, not at all. There's no room to play games.
Right.
It's about getting it done. It's about growth. It's about expanding,
Right.
And just getting the right team with you as you do that.
Yeah, I remember being in the field. I actually enjoyed it. Enjoyed taking the pictures of the cars, the hunt, finding the cars, getting all the cars shot. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's pretty much like a little therapy when you're out there taking
It is,
photos.
but it's not for everybody though.
No.
This job is really not for everybody if you think
No.
about it.
I mean, most people I speak to, they don't even know that this field exists, just like I didn't know it exists. And then I would say it fell on my lap when I first got hired because I didn't even know it existed as well. So,
Same here.
yeah.
Same here.
But in saying that, I don't think you could pull me away from it right now. You'd have to drag me out of this industry.
You like it so much.
Love it. Love it. Don't picture myself doing anything different.
See, that's a good thing when you can wake up every day and again feel happy about going to work because you're going to do something that you love.
Yeah.
Not necessarily something you dreamed of doing, but something that right now at this present time that you enjoy doing.
Yeah, I've been doing it since 2007, and to this day I can tell you I don't see myself doing anything else. Not at all. I mean, I've done it.
If I recall, you went to school for something totally different.
Yeah,
correct?
completely different. Business management.
Well, see?
So, I mean, I could use that in the position I'm in now.
Absolutely.
Any position that, you're managing, but yeah, I don't see myself doing anything different at all. Love the industry. I like coaching people, and I like meeting new people.
Okay. You're a people person.
Yeah, I do.
That's good.
I am, sorry. Yeah.
That's good. Right now, you have a new assistant. I know I wasn't your first assistant, but I know how it is to work with you and how to deal with you and how you deal with your assistant. How is your new assistant now today? Because this is a totally different type of work that you're doing now.
Yeah.
Than when I was doing it with you, correct?
So, correct. I would say there's additional things that are being done now, just more on a structure basis. Again, I believe if you have a firm foundation, then it's easy to coach people, right?
Right.
If you have structure, then it's easy to coach people because
Right.
you have things to go by. And the person now, that's OJ, he's absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
Absolutely fantastic. My game plan has always been, for the past at least 5 years for sure, is to always raise up people that could take your position. And I try to teach the managers the same thing. I say, don't be afraid of losing your position. Just know that if you grow someone in the right footsteps to take your position, that you will always create another opportunity for yourself.
Right.
So I could, for certainty, see OJ taking my position.
That's awesome.
And I think that's the name of the game, because if you're not raising up people, then what are you doing?
Right.
Pressure's
on, OJ. That's a lot saying coming from the man himself. So pressure's on. You got some big shoes to fill. Yeah, I'm sure you can handle it.
No doubt, yeah.
It's funny that you said foundation, because I was thinking about foundation when you were talking, answering the question. You built such a good foundation from when I was working with you, from just the notes that you would put in Excel, just simple stuff that built that foundation for the next guy to come after you to be able to just go ahead and this is our structure, this is our step, we follow it. So it's easy to pass it on, per se. So that's why I agree with you. The foundation that you built has made a difference in the company and be able to grow and scale up to what we're scaling up to right now.
Yep. I think really that's where growth happens, because if you have for these tech companies, if you have one mastermind behind anything, and I'm not calling myself a mastermind, but if you have one mastermind behind anything that's coming up with all these great ideas and implementing them, he could only do but so much. But if he trains 2 or 3 people to do the same exact thing, just how he does it, if it's successful, so now you have 3, 4 people doing the same exact thing. Now they can all train another 3 or 4 people. All of a sudden, you've just expanded to just numerous areas, different areas. You don't even know how it happened, but it happened because you're raising up people. If you're not raising up people, then what are you doing?
Yes, I understand you. And it's funny, we're talking about raising up people, but there's so many people I've seen from experience in the field that you saw that they had potential, but the one thing they were lacking was patience.
Yeah.
They didn't have the patience to wait that extra month or that extra week to wait for that promotion. They just quick away, I worked all this hard for a year, nothing happened, You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I think that has to do with maybe society right now, or just society in the past couple of years. From what I've seen, is that people have this kind of this expectation,
right?
That if I work hard for 3 months, then I'm supposed to get this, or so you're supposed to give me that,
right?
Where how I was raised, you work hard for a couple years before someone even looks at you.
Right.
But you're kind of paving the road yourself. You know, you're setting up a standard for yourself.
Right.
Where people can go, man, that person, he or she, that person's reliable. You know, and they're coachable. If you're reliable and coachable, I mean, really, I don't see anything else you need. You're reliable and you're coachable. You're going to show up and you're going to be coachable for whatever it is we need to get done. You may not have ever done it before, but if you allow someone to coach you, teach you into doing it, I think that's all you need.
And we can sprinkle a little bit of honesty in there. Be honest, you know. What I mean?
Yeah, that goes a long way.
Yeah. So I agree with you completely. Completely agree with you. But it's sad sometimes I see so much potential just go to waste. I'm not saying I'm the best either by far, but I see a lot of good in other people, and sometimes it's kind of crushing to see not them going up the right way.
And it used to be frustrating, and it still is frustrating, just not so more now. And you know, maybe I've grown a little callous to it, but before I used to see people with potential and I would try to push them to succeed. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's my old saying that my grandmother used to say: you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
I love that saying.
So if you see the horse looking for the water, then maybe you could guide the horse to the water, and that's the coaching part. But if you have to grab that horse and pull them to the water, don't do it. You're wasting your time and their time. They have to be ready, willing, and able to do it.
100%. And you heard it first, guys, from the man himself, Wayne, Mr. Wayne Balroop. Guys, thank you for listening in to us today. Till next time, have a good one.
Peace.